What's up, y'all? This is China, the host of Indie as Fuck, and I'm here with Siete.
Hey.
The main question that I like to ask everyone before we get into this interview is, Siete, what makes you indie as fuck?
Indie?
Yeah, just like what makes you independent? What made you want to take the independent route? Do you do things the independent way?
Yeah, I like to do things on my time in the way I like to do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm real picky how I do shit for real. So I just do stuff a little different, and I like stuff on time.
That's dope. That's dope. You know, this has been such a big, I guess I want to say like big 3 years for you. You know,
Yes.
You've been just evolving the music, everything. But let's go back to the very beginning, the Compton days. Tell me about your childhood and just, tell me about your childhood.
My childhood was good. My childhood was good. I had a mama that loved me. You feel me? Took care of me.
Yeah.
And played outside a lot like the regular kids.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? I did a lot of outside activities. Played football, basketball. I had fun in my childhood. So, yeah.
That's awesome. Do you still feel like you're the youngest in charge right now? I know you're 27, and you just always had like a bunch of dope role models like in your life, like AD, just people that have always been pushing you that are like way older. But
sure.
Now that you're evolving in this rap game, do you still feel like you're the youngest in charge, or who are some other younger people that you see coming up?
Really, it's I don't be really knowing a lot of people ages for real, but I be seeing a lot of people from my city, like, you know, that's probably like did it after me or whatever, you know what I'm saying? They be doing their thing. But yeah, AD played a good little big part of my career, like just seeing him just have fun with the music and just, you know what I'm saying, doing what he wanted to do and just rapping. You know what I'm saying? People love him, and you know what I'm saying, he's showing the love back and, you know, giving back to the community. I just want to be a part of that type of stuff. So I was, you know, I just one day it was just like, I'm finna start rapping for real. Yeah,
it was almost like you started rapping after you did like a memorial for one of your friends that passed, right?
Yeah.
And it was just something that you were just doing just to hop on the beat, but it actually got a lot of love from the city.
Yeah,
Talk about that.
I was really rapping before that, but I wasn't taking it serious. I was just playing around with it. But when I made that song Therapy, that was for my cousin, rest in peace. When I had did that song for him, it was just like people was really just on me, like, you should really start rapping for real, like really, really start rapping. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna just start taking it serious. I just started going crazy with it.
Yeah, going crazy to the point you were like Rodney and is it Joe Cooley?
Yeah, Rodney and Joe Cooley.
which is so crazy because I did a couple shows with them in the past.
For real?
Yeah, I have. Some of the old school, old school shows. So I know about their music, but the fact that he lived like right down the street from you and
he looked out. He was on some like just trying to get like young black kids out, you know what I'm saying, out the streets and just trying to find something productive for him to do. And he was just wanted to be a help. And I was just like, shit, he was the only one talking to me. So I'm like, shit, I'm going to go down there and go record one day. I just knocked on his door. He wasn't expecting me to knock on his door. Neither I knocked on his door. I'm like, what's up, man? I'm trying to record. He like, for sure, come on. It was just up ever since. I just fell in love with doing music. Like, I just really love music for something, you know. I don't know, it just do something to me.
Because you've been playing music for a long time. Like, I know that your mom used to have you in church and you used to play the drums. Always had a drum set all the Christmas, you know. Talk about the drums. Would you ever, you know, go back to start playing instruments within, like, you know,
nah, for sure. I be trying to learn how to play the piano, and I be trying to like dive in doing my own beats and all that. Like, I be for sure tapped in with the instruments. I love instruments, but like, I don't be on the drums no more. But back then, I used to love playing the drums. Like, I used to beg my mom and my godmom, like, let me play for the church. And bro, I wasn't old enough though, so I, you know, like, I wasn't gonna be able to keep up. You know what I'm saying? My mental wasn't there yet. Until I got like of age, I was already like, you know, I'm like, I'm over it now. But they did let me play one Sunday service, and I played and I did good. But I just love music. And the gospel music was just something that just, you know, it just did something to my soul. It just made me feel different, made me feel good.
Because that's the kind of music that you were kind of brought up on, right?
Yeah,
like
for
the
sure.
Ushers and what
Sade's
was your mom playing and
Anita
stuff?
Baker and all that. Charlie Wilson and, you know what I'm saying, Ruben Studders and
Ruben Studdard. Okay.
What's dang, I forgot his name.
There's a Maxwell's. Which one is it? Sing a little bit for me.
I can't you ain't help myself.
Robert Thicke.
Robert Thicke. Yeah, my mom, she loved Robert Thicke. Yeah, my mom, she loved Robert Thicke. Like, I grew up on that type of music. Like, just growing, like, I did listen to rap music, you know, in my own time. But my mom, she played all that type of stuff. So I was just constantly hearing, like, just good soulful music. You feel me? Just growing up.
And that's what made you kind of develop your sound, right?
Yeah, for
Which
sure.
is why you have such a unique sound. How would you personally describe your sound?
Like you said, unique. It's different. I just try to step out the box. Don't try to be like everybody else, and just, you know, have my own preference of music and my own sound. And just try to make people fall in love with the sound for real. You know what I'm saying? Just because I strongly believe in confidence in this sound. Especially when I first started. Like, when I first started, I wouldn't even, like, I didn't even start doing the singing or nothing like that. I had to really break out my shell. Like, really,
were you shy?
Yeah, I'll be shy now. Like,
oh, okay.
So, but like back then, it was like even more because I'm in the studio with homies, and you know what I'm saying. Like, they ain't never heard me sing, and they like, hold on, like. But it was so good at the point they like, damn, this nigga hard. Like, that shit was hard. Like, and I'm singing for the females. You know what I'm saying? And the females, they telling me like, this shit sound good. Like, so I just ran with it. And I just kept going. Like, damn, this is something that, you know what I'm saying, God's showing me. And he just pulling me and pulling me towards it. You know what I'm saying? But I ended up finding it and kept going. And
you've been very, like, devoted to it and very dedicated, which is why, I mean, you're in the spaces that you are right now. Let's go back to Cut from a Blue Cloth and
that's my first
Compton Soul Child. With the development with your sound now, like, how would you compare, you know?
Way advanced. This is like more stuff I know now. Like, I already know how to play with these songs for real. Like, I know how to make a real song. Like, back then I was just like them two tapes, like, it's a real good body of work, but I was just like trying to find it. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was like I had it, like, I know, I'm like, okay, this what it could be. Let me just throw it out there and see what's going on. And I threw it out there and they was eating it up, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna double back. That's when I had the Compton Soul Child. I'm like, let me get a little deeper with it. Like, let me, you know what I'm saying, start opening up and start really speaking on my life and having a real story behind it for real. And then I just kept going. I'm just getting better and better and better.
And I know just with your progression and getting better and better, you have role models like RJ, you know what I mean? That you see his creative process and also the same manager and stuff. Talk about how RJ and Lemmy has kind of progressed your whole career.
Man. Yeah, they for sure. They got me right, I ain't gonna lie. RJ, I first met RJ. I met RJ through a friend that I was already friends with. And we just happened to end up being in the same house, you know what I'm saying, recording or whatever. And he just taught me to play some music, and it just went up from there. Like, we just built a real bond and chemistry with the music. Like, just being in the studio, we just both got a real dedication for music, you know what I'm saying, making music and making songs and the stuff we talk about, you know what I'm saying, us losing, you know what I'm saying, people we both come from the same streets, and, you know what I'm saying, they 5 minutes apart from each other.
Right.
So it's just like, we, you know what I'm saying, we got a lot of chemistry and history together. So it's just like, we just went crazy. It was just like a real bond. It was something that was undeniable. Like, damn, these niggas are hard. Like, so when I Lambs, he already was tied in with my family.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was already tied in with my cousin GA. But I was just like a little boy. I was like 5th grade though, like, you know, 4th grade, 5th grade. Like, I was really little, 6th grade. So he didn't remember me. He didn't know who I was at the time. So I ended up, you know, getting up on Lambs and, you know, letting him know who I was and pressing play on him. And he just was like, "This you?" I'm like, "Yeah." He like, "Oh yeah, this shit hard." Like, he like, and I didn't have nobody. You feel me? I didn't have no team or nothing like that. I didn't have none of that around. I was just, you know, just doing it on my own, floating around, just really loving the dedication and want to be an artist for real. So I was just doing it, being in the right rooms and stuff. And then we just went up from there. It just went up. You know what I'm saying? He knew I was serious and you know how hard I work for this shit. So, you know what I'm saying? He got the footwork and I got the footwork. So we just, you know, we go crazy and we here now.
Made a Shazam after that. And, you know, with this indie lifestyle, you know, a lot of people don't feel like they need a team, or they don't feel like they need a manager or so like that. But managers, I feel like, are just so essential for for progression.
It's just like being polished. Yeah, it's like
Mm-hmm.
just being polished and being like structured for real, and having everything in order and right, and you know what I'm saying, just making sure everything is just right, because you don't want to just be doing anything and then you be, you know what I'm saying, you look up, you that guy on live and fuck these people and all that, like, hey, they did this, and like, you know what I'm saying, you could have just did it the right way and paid attention and really, you know what I'm saying, got soaked the game up for real and really learned something. So you know what I'm saying, like 2 years from now, it's like, you know what I'm saying, like Lambs, he don't got it, you know what I'm saying, he gonna be like, hey, you know, Siete, you got whoop whoop, but I'm there because I know the game now, I'm paying attention, you know what I'm saying, I'm soaking in the game, I don't need to be held, my hand held, you know what I'm saying, it's like, that's not what a manager for. It's for, you know what I'm saying, y'all both got to work together.
And you can actually focus on just your artistry, just being the artist, you know what I mean?
Exactly. And it's like, you don't want to overthink stuff and then you mess that up. And it's like, now you forgetting to be an artist.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So,
and it's gotten you so many places. You getting ready to do your first show, headlining, you know, at the Observatory, which is about to be like super lit.
That's blessing right there.
Just talk about that, you know, like you've always been on other people's shows, but now just getting the recognition to do that
I
shit
for sure
yourself.
opened up for a lot of artists out here, for sure. But yeah, this feel real good. I feel blessed. Like I'm really proud of myself for real, because I, you know, could have been elsewhere, you know what I'm saying? So I feel real blessed about myself doing this. My mom gonna be there.
Oh,
my granny gonna be there.
Aww.
So it's just like, you know, I'm ready.
This is a moment.
Yeah,
this is a moment. Who are you gonna bring out?
Sure.
Give us a little bit of tea on everything.
I ain't even gonna lie to you. I don't know yet. I got a couple of folks. I got a lot of people that saying they want to come. So it's
why
just
you bring out Kendrick? I'm just
nah,
kidding.
well, man, I wish I could. Kendrick pop out. We on. I ain't gonna lie. We gonna have that thing shut down. Nah, for real. But nah, I'm for sure gonna have my phone. You probably gonna see RJ in there for sure. He's coming for sure. But like some special guests, I don't really know yet. It's a lot of people that, you know, they want to attend. So I gotta make sure I get it the right ones.
Okay, well, definitely have me in there so we can
you
go
for
ahead
sure
and
gonna be
cover
there.
the show for you.
Yeah, LRG, we in there for sure. It's going down.
That's sick. Okay, so as we, you know, mentioned Kendrick, please tell me that moment when you found out that Kendrick wanted you in the studio to be on the album. Like, give me that exact moment. Bring me back. Cause
laying in the bed in the room, and I was in the Bay, San Francisco. I was at Empire. I was recording, and I had left my session. I was in the bed. It was probably like, I think like 3 in the morning. I had got the phone call, but I ignored it though. My boy J Real, he real close, like best friends with Kendrick, his assistant and all that. So they real close, but he called me. I ignore it. I'm like, I look at him like, man, I'm going to sleep. Like I went back to sleep. But I'm like, I'll call you in the morning type, you know?
Yeah.
So I wake up, but it's like 9 in the morning. I call him. I'm like, what's the deal? He like, what you on today? I'm like, I'm in the Bay. I gotta go back to the studio. Woo. He like, man, Kendrick wants you to come to the studio. I'm like, huh? I'm like, man, stop capping, bro. He like, nah, for real. I'm like, man, you lying, fool. He like, nah, for real. I'm like, man, hold on, let me call Levs. I hang over here, I call Levs. I'm like, Levs, Kendrick want me to put us in the studio. He like, huh? I'm like, man, he said he gonna put us in the studio, bro. He like, I'm gonna call J Real. I called J Real, put him on 3-way. It was serious. It was serious trying to pull up. Well, we got on. I left. Soon we got right in that car, right back to LA. It was over with. Pulled up, got to the studio, it was on. It was up from there. Like, yeah, it was like that.
How was the chemistry in there? Like, were you
cool.
nervous? Were you?
Yeah, hell yeah, I was nervous. I was nervous as hell. I was making sure I wasn't saying nothing crazy or, you know what I'm saying, or mess up or nothing. I was nervous. Like, I'm like, damn, like, it's Kendrick Lamar. I don't know what's going on.
Right.
You feel me? I'm like, I don't know what's going on for real. But I'm like, I'm just blessed to be here. I'm finna just do it up. You feel me? I'm like, he gotta mess with me for me. So I'm like, I'm gonna just be me and just do it up. And then, you know, it just went up from there. And then the second day I came, he called me again. He was just calling me like, I've been there a couple times.
Oh, shoot. Yeah. So how many studio sessions were you in to get the song done?
Oh, to get the song done? It's probably like the second day. Second time I came, we got the song done. But I didn't know though. Like nobody's knowing nothing though.
Okay.
Everything is just,
So you just think it's just like a studio sesh for the most part.
Yeah, it did, but it was like I didn't know like all them was on the song on the album neither. Like I didn't know none of them. I didn't know Wally and all them was gonna be on the song.
Oh, gotcha.
So it was just like it was one by one. We all had like our own individual time with Dot and chopping it up with him and getting some game and all that. So it was cool.
So you guys are all it was all individual for each artist.
Yeah, that was fire for sure. It was a real moment. Gave me some real game.
What's some game that Kendrick gave you?
Really, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. Told me don't never change for nothing. Always be the same. Remain you. Go crazy. You know what I'm saying? Keep putting out that fire, Compton, thorough music. You know what I'm saying? That stuff that touch their heart. And don't change. Basically, just don't change for nobody. He told me a couple more stuff. You know what I'm saying? But
Wow. Okay.
But that was the main thing I really heard from him though. Like, keep doing what I'm doing though. Like
what was just everyone's response after knowing that you were on the album? Like, because I know I'm pretty sure you weren't telling everyone that you were in the studio sesh with him. But when the album finally drops and people see your name, Siete on it, like, tell me about that morning, all the calls, messages. Again,
it's crazy because I'm always in the bed. I was asleep when I got the phone call. Then I was waking up when I had like 50 missed calls and like 30 text messages.
Oh my God.
You on Kendrick album? I'm like, huh? I woke up. I had crushed him. I'm looking at my phone. I'm like, where? Because at first when he dropped it, they didn't have he didn't have the features on there at first. So I'm like, where? So I'm trying to listen to the whole album. I look at Dodger Blue. I'm like, he not knowing. I don't think Kendrick know, but I don't know if he do. He probably do. But where my hood is, like my section, we wear like LA Dodger hats.
Oh wow!
So I'm like, why would he name a song Dodger Blue? So I'm like, And then I heard it. I'm like, oh, he put me on. I'm like, oh, it's on. And then I looked at the credits and I see my name. I'm like, oh, it's on. I'm like, he cold for that. He just did it he did it cold. It was like, it was discreet. Like he didn't want nobody to know nothing for real. So I just kept it like that. So it was so discreet. I didn't even know what, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know what was going on. It was a surprise my damn self. So I'm like, damn, it's fire. Yeah. I'm like, damn, my sound fire. I'm like, it's going down. Everybody texted me. My DM was going crazy. I'm like, damn. I'm like, this is a blessing.
Wow.
Like, it's real.
Hey, I mean, you definitely earned it. Do you feel like that gave you motivation? Because after that, you dropped your mixtape, like literally,
because I was working.
A couple weeks later.
That shit motivated the hell out of me. I'm like, man, I need to get in the booth. Like, this fire, this is like, he gave me the light. Like, he gave me the alley-oop. So it's like, you got to slam dunk it. You feel me? You can't go out there thinking you Michael Jordan overnight. Feel me? You gotta take it slow. So it's like, I didn't want to get too, like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't want to be looking like that person. I just want to stay humble and just love and, enjoy the blessing. You know what I'm saying? So I just went back to work. Just got back to work. I'm like, I'm finna drop. Y'all be ready for this.
Okay.
You feel me? And just, you know what I'm saying? Just having it, just being ready, just staying ready. Because it's like, you just never know.
You never know. Like, literally.
Thank God I was working. You could be in
Alcatraz or you in the Bay and waking up and.
Come on now. I'm like, yeah, that was fire.
I also was that the time when you were in the Bay when you shot that Alcatraz video? Like, you're like the only rapper that has ever shot a video.
That was
really
right? Lemmy. That was Lemmy idea on God. That was fire.
How'd y'all get the clearance to even do that?
Man, you didn't even get no clearance.
So y'all just did it. Okay.
Yeah, we just did it. I ain't gonna lie, but we had to take certain stuff down though, so we wouldn't get the video taken down. But yeah, we just did it though. So I'm like, yeah. But that was fun though, cause I ain't never been there, and that was like the biggest, longest jail I ever been in my life.
Did you feel like, was it hunted? I know people say that it's like a hunted type of
jail.
But
I don't know. I don't really believe in like stuff being hunted and all that, but it did feel like, it was like, it's a jail. If you ain't never been to a jail, you probably being on the yard though. That yard where it was just like, a gang of people that died on this yard. That was kind of creepy because it was like you could just see like it was the yard and it was like a big old brick wall and it's like a little door and it's like all water, like just water. I'm like, Yeah, hell no, man. That's
and people
scary.
would try to escape, but they would get eaten by the sharks.
Somebody
right?
did escape. 3 brothers, they escaped.
Oh, they escaped and they made it all the way back?
I don't know if they made it back,
but they, I mean, hey.
I think they made it back.
That low-key was
though.
like suicide. They're like, if I make
Man,
it,
they made some rafts, little raincoat rafts and everything. I think they made it back. I really do.
I hope they made it back.
I think they made it like to where like, you know what I'm saying? They had like pit stop. Like,
right.
Let's post up right here first. Let's get it breathing. All right, let's go. You know what I'm saying? Like,
wow.
Because all you doing is just floating in the water. Stay steady. You'll get there. You scared too? You breaking out of jail? You just never know. Your adrenaline pumping. You just never know. You just never. And they didn't find him. Guys. They didn't find the bodies.
Wow.
Unless a shark ate them.
Hey, they living their best life right now.
Yeah, they probably dead now though.
Change their identities and everything. Shout out to those guys.
Yeah, that was a fun adventure though. That was fun. I had a good time.
Okay. Well, man, like I said, 2024 has been such a great year for you, and I know you're about to just really top it with 2025.
Oh, yeah,
again, your first headline show, first of many, I'm assuming. So
yeah, we got plenty more coming.
Okay.
We
what else you got coming? Do you have an album getting ready to drop? I know you have that mixtape dropped. Nah, I do got that.
Yeah, I go get that too. Stuck in the Hole out on all platforms. But right now I am working on my first album though. I'm trying to go crazy. Like I'm trying to put a gang of songs on there. I want at least like 22 songs on there.
Have you started working on it?
Yeah.
Okay. Any features yet?
Nah.
No.
Not yet.
Any name?
Okay. No
Okay.
name.
Okay.
No name, no features. I ain't gonna lie. Most of them songs probably gonna just be me on there. I probably put some features on there, like people that I know probably want to see me do songs with. You know what I'm saying? Like make it make sense.
Another Kaylin song, please.
No, for sure. Yeah. They be telling me they want to tape with me and Kaylin.
Yeah, like, yeah, I do. Yeah,
that would sound fire though. But you know, I'll holler at him. But other than that, I'm just working on just trying to get my sound out there more. Just trying to get them to hear me more. You know, around the world at least. You know what I'm saying? Different states, different cities.
Do you feel like after the Kendrick song, you built like a new fan base? Was there like so many people tapping in?
Yeah, for sure. It was for sure different, like a whole different crowd tapped in for sure, to where it was like, you know, you gotta really go now. You know what I'm saying? It's up from here. So it's like they watching you. And it's like I just went up to Compton High and talked to the kids. And it's like it's a lot of kids watching me too. So it's like, you know, I can't give up on the kids or mess up with the kids. So I gotta go crazy and be a good role model. And just, you know, just being from Compton, you know what I'm saying? Just, you know, we already got that, like, you know, that bad dim light on us already. But there's a lot of good people that make it out of Compton and it's successful. So, you know what I'm saying? You just, you know, I'm just trying to be a part of that type, you know.
I hear that. So what song are you going to bless us with for the LRG mic performance?
I'm going to do Keep Going, featuring me and Kaylin for real. Okay. Video out. It's on YouTube. Song out. Song Stuck in the Hole. I'll go get that.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Siete, and blessings to you for 2025. Thank
Appreciate
you for blessing us today.
Appreciate y'all for having me. It's Siete7x LRG.